had a brain tumor that made him extremely depressed and had extremely low testosterone levels, where he didn't even want to get out of his bed and wanted to shoot himself every morning. Your feeling of satisfaction and purpose and ability to change the world will be equivalent to the pain you go through. So I just got done with calls for the day, 7 hours of them today. Two consults, got a new brother, welcome to the tribe, group call, and 4 client calls. And I was, the whole 7 hours, it was pretty much back to back to back. I had 2 hours in between to prepare for the group call. The whole time I had an underlying sense of gratitude. Hold on, let me connect my mic real quick. Give you guys some better audio. But as I was saying, the whole time I had this underlying sense of gratitude, right? Like I wasn't consciously thinking about how grateful I am the whole time, but just this inner peace of like, as I'm sitting here absorbing these guys' stories, their struggles, their wins, their desires, goals, I get to just like sit there and absorb that and not just like guide them, because it's not just me saying here's exactly what you have to do, but I'm able to be basically a vessel that they're able to pour into, and I'm able to absorb it, take the mixing up of it, put it together, and give it back to them, right? And that's like, it's fulfilling. It's fulfilling, especially considering, especially the recent guys, all the guys I've had join, they book a call with me because they resonate with me. They resonate with, my lifestyle, where my goals, all of it. And I haven't had a guy join that hasn't been perfect, honestly. That hasn't been like, I love this guy and he is exactly what I want in a client. Now, I've been doing self-development for about 4 to 5 years now, and I haven't had this sense of I made it until now, right? Because that is what I made it feels like. Me sitting there, just being able to make a living and have the opportunity to all day do this is like, money can't beat that. Validation can't beat that. There's no better feeling than feeling like, hey, I'm here right now. I'm supposed to be here, and I'm serving a purpose that specifically I am good at serving and that I know is helping others. And I've had so many doubts along the ways. Like I've had an underlying sense of like, I know I'm made to do something more, but I've had so many doubts, especially this last year, how long it's taken for my content to grow, my business to grow, losing the first bodybuilding competition, losing bad. And then just all the years of wanting to create content and wanting to coach, but not feeling confident enough, and just, left and right with women or whatever it may be. And it's like, I look back and I'm like, thank you for all of that, because now when I sit here, I sit from a place of I'm able to understand a lot of these guys' problems. Some of them I don't. Everyone has unique problems, but I'm able to resonate with all of them, most of them, right? And I had a guy today who's like, he came to me at a low point, and we just started, and so we're still in that low point. We're making progress, but he's like, yeah, man, just like his thoughts, a lot of negative thoughts, right? That's a huge struggle with him. It's just all the negative thoughts. And I'm sitting there like asking him what he wants to do with all this. Like, why do you want to get out of this negative thinking and create this life for yourself and be your best self? And he's giving me his reasons. Yeah, I just don't like feeling this way. Yeah, it's like, it's uncomfortable. I want to be hanging out with friends, etc. And then he was like, I want to be an example for my brothers, right? I want to be someone that my younger siblings can look up to like they used to. And I sat there and I told him, I'm like, when you're going through your struggles, think about that, right? Just think of, that's all you if you could care about nothing else, let it be that. Because when it's about you and how uncomfortable you feel and how unconfident you feel, right, it feels like the suffering is purposeless, right? Because you're going to suffer. But if the suffering turns into, hey, I could be that for someone I love, if the suffering has meaning, then you welcome it, right? You're saying, like, I'm in a very unconfident situation right now, a bad place. right? But it's because I'm going somewhere for a higher purpose, right? And you can reframe any suffering you're going through to say, hey, I'm doing this so I can be that for others, whether it's retiring your mom, whether it's being that for your older siblings, whether it's creating content for other people. It's like the suffering will have meaning, because that's the thing, brothers, we suffer. Human beings, we suffer. We have to. But some of us suffer for a purpose, and some of us suffer for our own self-pity, right? And if you can give your suffering meaning, that is a life well lived, right? Because no one has figured out how to avoid suffering. We've only figured out that if I can suffer for a purpose, the suffering doesn't hurt as bad at all. And a lot of times, it's gonna take you a lot farther. Now, the problem is with a lot of guys at the beginning of their journeys is that they don't have confidence, right? They don't have that abundance, and it's hard to have that abundance mentality, because that is an abundance mentality. The mentality of, hey, like my suffering is going towards others, but hey, I feel like I can't even help myself right now, and I feel unconfident and anxious in my own life, right? It's hard to have that mindset. And so if you can reframe, because helping others is pretty far down the path when you start, right? The immediate thing you're doing right now is helping yourself so that you can help others. If you can reframe that, and planes, brother. Give it a second. Take a second to do some Qigong. Grounded. If you can reframe that and realize that the growth that's happening in your life right now and you building yourself up is creating the type of person who can then go and help others and serve a purpose, you already are living your purpose, right? Because everyone wants to feel purpose, but why do so few people fulfill it? It's because purpose doesn't come until you deserve it. Purpose doesn't come until you're capable of helping others, bro. Right? You have to have bared the weight. You have had to bear weight that has forced you to grow and get out of that weight and get out of that shit in order for you to be the type of man that other people can look up to. And so as you're going through the shit right now, whatever the shit may be, right? Remember that, brother. Right? My brother, like my biological brother who's in the cabin over there, he could not have helped me or anyone else he's helped so far if he had not had a brain tumor that made him extremely depressed and had extremely low testosterone levels to where he didn't even want to get out of his bed and wanted to shoot himself every morning. He would not have helped me if he did not go through that. But because he went through that, he now has the most amazing, inspiring story, and also has the experience of being there and getting himself out. He also wouldn't have needed to get himself out and learn the things he learned, which you guys now see on this channel, right? And so he looks back at that time with such gratitude. That was one of the most important and purposeful parts of his life, now looking back, right? When you're in it, you don't feel like that. But that's why I'm talking to you here today, because it is, no matter what, the pain you're going through is necessary, and it's payments. And your feeling of satisfaction and purpose and ability to change the world will be equivalent to the pain you go through, right? So welcome it. If you're comfortable, if you're not facing it, brother, you're not in the right place. You're not, right? And I feel extremely aligned and good right now, and that's why I'm trying to make as much content as possible and push myself as much as possible. And I've had the temptations to go out on the weekends, but no, brother, it's now more important than ever that I'm seeking pain, because if life is good, that means I'm not growing. If life is easy, that means I'm not growing. Let me rephrase that. A good life is a growing life. If life is easy, then I'm not growing. And so I need to seek the pain, because a good life is a hard life, brother. An easy life, nah. No matter what area you have growth, whether you have growth in religion, right? Growth in relationship, growth in yourself, growth in your physique, it all takes pain, brother. And if a good life is a life where you grow, then pain should be your first goal, brother. Pain in service of a higher thing, not just pain of being depressed or pain of being addicted to drugs or feeling fat, lazy, unconfident. That's not the pain you want. You want the pain that's required to get you to where you want to go. right? And there's no one that you look up to. There is not a single person you look up to who has not gone through a whole lot of shit. And every single one of those people looks back at that situation with gratitude. So if you're in it right now, have that gratitude, right? Welcome it. Welcome it. Oh, man. Let me take you guys on a little walk home with me. We'll finish it off like that as the sunset fades. Got my little tripod here. There's my house right there. I'm moving in there at the end of the week. I'm staying with my dad right now. Moving back in there. So here's my inquiry to you guys. If on a daily basis, you can't write down what you know needs to get done for growth, that's number one. If you don't know what you need to do to grow. And number two, if you can't actually wake up and get the things done, right? Don't worry about what your purpose is of helping others. Don't worry about it, because you wouldn't be able to fulfill it if you can't help yourself first, right? And so realize your purpose, front and foremost, is becoming the type of man who can do what he says he's going to do and do it on a daily basis. And then from there, the beautiful thing is your purpose reveals itself. I've had so many people tell me that, like, and just seen it, like through the coaching. Oh, I want to do content, or I want to become a vegan chef, right? Or I want to be a coach, or whatever it may be. But if you don't have abundance in your own life, it's not going to happen. Okay, same here. Protect your energy.
You know, that's why I'm basically alone. You know, I do my own thing.
Yeah.
Around crowds.
There's good energy people around, though.
Oh yeah,
Here and there. If you have that sixth sense, you know how to find them, right?
I will.
Yeah, always. Awesome, man. It was good to see you. We'll be talking more as I'm around. It's good to be back, though.
Yeah.
And anything I could do, you just let me know. That was Bob. He's run this campground. This campground has existed for over 250 years. Like the first Methodist campground in the U.S. Like crazy history on this place, man. And it's shutting down now. Like some people with ill intentions gotten in here trying to get money out of the place, which is unfortunate. But you know, like I said, it's like if you kind of release the outcome and know that, you know, God will do what God will do, and then you control the controllables, it's all right. It's kind of funny. It's Mike's place. I'm not going to bother him right now. I think he might be on a call. Go back to my home. Oh. Moral of the story, guys. If you are a man and you make it your goal on a daily basis, brother, to do what you can do to improve your life, right? And at the same time, focus on the bigger picture, you're gonna be okay. I promise you. No matter how hard it is, when you feel like everything's going against you, when you feel like everything's going wrong, when you feel the doubt, right? Feel desire to quit, right? As long as you do that every single day, you're gonna be okay, right? I'm a testament to it. My guys are a testament to it. If you wanna make sure that that's what your life looks like, without a doubt, of course, link in the description, link in the bio, right? Only book if you're serious, of course. Hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, peace.